something like three little ones, you know, these like the smallest one that you get from R-kiosk.
Usually from 2 to 3.
Around 1 to 2 cups.
Coffee is one of the problematic products. I mean, there are environmental issues on many levels. It starts in the production area where we have issues with climate change and reduced or smaller growing areas, because coffee can only grow in certain altitudes in those regions and in the so-called coffee belt. And that region is shrinking because of the climate change. Also globally, the demand is going up. More and more coffee is needed and is produced. Then we have also a complicated logistics around the coffee, because the coffee beans are produced in certain countries and then we transport it all around the globe to the actual manufacturers of coffee and the consumers. So all this is fossil energy dependent, like on ships. I would say those are the biggest environmental issues we have with coffee.
It is a problem, and it is a huge problem, especially in Honduras last year. They had a big struggle, and Brazil had the year before big struggles with their crop and the production. They lost huge amount of the harvest due to different kinds of insects, and so it is affecting more and more.
No, it's really important for me, to be honest. It's one of those little joys for every day, you know. I just like this taste and how it makes me feel a little bit more energy, you know.
We do have a zero waste concept. The main importance for us when we were thinking about doing it was there came a request from a customer that, is it possible to do with you guys? It was a long discussion and trying and testing that with what kind of containers could we do this. We ended up using a tin container. The reason for the tin is for us that this was recyclable material. It's lightweight, it's durable, so it can be used many times. Then the fact that it is stackable, so you can stack them on top of each other. Then they take less space. We have 1 week delivery time. The coffee gets to the roasted and directly packed into these tins and then delivered to the customers. And the customer uses the tin until it's empty, and then they order a new one or bring a new one and take the old one back. And then we wash the container after every single use and dries it, and then it's ready to use again. Quickly calculated that a small customer can save 2.5 to 5 kilos of waste by using these containers.
This idea with cell cultures for coffee, it's a kind of an alternative production system. So we basically don't need big areas in certain countries to produce the coffee material. So we do it based on cell cultures which are grown in big bioreactors, and therefore also reducing these environmental footprints. We take cells from coffee plant and we sterilize that materials, and then we induce cell growth on that materials. And at the end we are harvesting the whole biomass, kind of a wet material coming out there. And this material will be then dried, so we end up with a powder, and then roast that material like ordinary coffee bean roast. And this powder we can then directly use to brew the coffee from. So we put it in a filter, put the hot water on it, and we get out a kind of a coffee drink. So that's why we call it beanless coffee, because we don't have a bean.
I think it depends on the taste, and I also need the caffeine.
If the taste is okay, why not? But then also the other thing is that if we don't use the original coffee beans, it also means that the people that are working there, like in the Ecuador or whatever countries, this is what they do for a living. So it kind of depends.
If it tastes like coffee, looks like coffee, acts like coffee, sure, I'll take it.